What's going on? Back out here again. Wanted to make a video talking about getting help. Today is my first day going to get some help with my psychological issues. And day one feels a little bit weird because I don't know what I'm going to say to the therapist and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I'm kind of like wanting to explore the potential of medication and that sort of thing because I feel like look, mental health issues are not a hand in life that you chose. And if society has come up with a solution to that problem, you know, you should at least try it. And so I'm not opposed to the whole medication and therapy thing if we can see if that's going to work for me. But, you know, I just wanted to make this video to say you're not alone if you're dealing with these mental health struggles. You're not. If you have, you know, the sick depression and the anxiety, but how you're reacting to that is key, because the alternative to trying your best is much worse. The alternative to doing the best you can, if you just say, you know, I'm done and I'm just going to let my struggles overcome me and I'm going to lay around and do nothing about the things that I'm facing, that's a much worse reality than living your life the best that you can, even if the best you've got is not much at all. And that's a hard thing to deal with because it almost feels like you're accepting one disease over another. It's like, well, do I want to be sick with polio or influenza? That's a hard reality to face, you know, but you gotta try. You've got to bear up the stresses and struggles of your life and take responsibility for it, because there does come a point where it's nothing that anyone has done to you, and you need to accept that. You need to accept that it's time to take responsibility for yourself and try to fix these things that you're going through, because now it's your responsibility. You may have been brought up by your parents in a way that set you up for failure, but it's no longer their fault. You can't live your whole life blaming something on someone else. And so, you know, if anyone's out there that's dealing with these sort of things, go get help. It's available. And it's all about taking responsibility for your life. You know, do I have the money to do this? Not necessarily, but, you know, go get a basic job that you can pay that bill with so you can go get some help. And then maybe, you know, you'll find enough mental clarity to be able to see a way for you to get some better work. And then you won't be so depressed because you'll have a better job. Maybe you'll even find a significant other that wants to be with you. And, you know, you start to put your life together little piece by little piece. You get a better job, you get a car on the road, a little bit of money in your pocket, you're starting to get some help with your mental struggles. Stuff will go well for you, but you have to put the energy in to make that happen. You have to do it. And so for me, the next step in that is going to get help with stuff that I've struggled with for years of my life that has not gotten better despite my best efforts. So, yeah, I don't know. Don't know what else to say in this video other than I'm out in the woods here just trying to enjoy the morning. And stuff like this, when you come out into the woods and you see all this stuff, it makes me think that life is far too beautiful. There's too many nice places to go see than to let depression keep me from enjoying this. You know, and that's you know, some of the hardest things to do is to say, like, I'm going to go enjoy something in spite of my whatever. My ex-girlfriend, you know, I admire and respect her because she's gone through stuff in her life that is so horrific. I'm taken back by the fact that she can go live her life in a happy way. You know, it sucks that I'm not a part of that anymore, but hey, you know, I need to accept the responsibility that I was not being who I needed to be in that relationship, and that was my fault. It's not my depression and anxiety that made that happen, so stop blaming it on whatever. It was me that made that happen. You know, I could blame my father for not being, a real man the way that he should have been when I was a child, and how that affected me, and my mother having an alcohol problem, and how that affected me. That stuff is all very real, but there does come a cutoff point where that stuff is no longer something that you get to say is the reason that you're not progressing in your life. And just look at this. And you're going to tell me that you'd rather lay up in bed sad about your life situation, and man, I'm not trying to be harsh, but there is a point where you have to get over it and try to fix it. For me, stuff like this definitely helps, coming out in the woods like this and just seeing nature. That's why I do these videos the way that I do, because this is my moment of clarity. This is the one time of the day that I get to have some peace of mind. And it's wonderful. And I'd extend this to anybody who's dealing with just general sadness and anxiety in their life. Like, get out here. Get out here and do something. And if you're lucky enough, you might even find somebody else to enjoy it with. I did yesterday. I had a friend of mine come out, and we went out in the woods and enjoyed it together, and it was a good time. It was a wonderful experience. Stay patient. Reach out if you need it. Find somebody, anybody. Drop me a YouTube comment. I'll talk to you. We'll hang out. We'll talk about whatever it is that you're going through, and maybe that can help somebody. So, I don't know. Going to get help the first day.